Hello everyone, so glad you're here today. My name is Candy and this is just going to be a nice gentle yoga flow class. This yoga class is going to be heart-centered since it is February and the week of Valentine's Day. So we'll focus on lots of heart opening poses, really getting into our chest, our shoulders, our neck, our whole upper body. Of course, we will have some lower body poses as well. But this one will be really good if you carry a lot of tension in your upper body, tightness through the shoulders. This one should feel really good. It's also a great practice to improve on posture. So all you're going to need for this class is a yoga mat. If you don't have a mat, maybe a towel on the floor or a blanket. Comfortable clothes, socks, or bare feet work best in yoga. And we're going to start this one out sitting on the floor in a comfortable seat, lifted up nice and tall through the spine. Really settling into our body, calming our mind, coming into this present moment. Really rooting down through the pelvis, lifting up through the spine. Relax through your shoulders. Just allow the breath to come on board, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose in a nice rhythm that works for you. We'll take about 4 more good breaths here. Very good. You may open your eyes if you'd like to. Take your hands down to your side. We'll take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up high. Allow your hands to touch. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Make that connection. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, watch your hands come down to heart center. Last time, inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. Tuck your chin, get that nice stretch in the back of your neck. Breathing in and out. With your next inhale, lift your gaze, drop your hands to your side. We'll flip whichever palm you want to start with, and we're just going to stretch it up and over our body. Trying not to round that shoulder, trying to lengthen out of the arm. Keep it a nice neutral neck. Coming back to your breath. Inhale, we'll lift up tall. Exhale, we'll just switch sides, take our stretch to the other side. Very good. With your next inhale, lift tall. Bring both arms with you to stretch up out of the fingertips. Allow the hands to touch. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Very good. Bring the arms down. Inhale, lift up high. Exhale, crescent moon to one side. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, crescent moon to the other side. Inhale, lift tall. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center, Anjali Mudra. Tuck your chin. Notice how you feel. Very good. Place your hands on your knees. We're going to just do a few cat-cows here. Inhale, lift your gaze. Drop your belly, nice flat line, reaching towards the legs. Send the tailbone back. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your back, expand through the shoulders, looking at your belly button. Lift tall. Continue with your breath here for a few more times. Getting some nice stretches all through the spine. 2 more. Last one. Up nice and tall. Let's meet on hands and knees here. Make sure the knees are underneath the hips, hands underneath the elbows, elbows underneath the shoulders, pressing the tops of the feet down into the mat. You're really pressing the earth away with your hands, fingers out nice and wide. You don't want to be drooping in the belly, so you want nice, firm engagement through your core, nice flat line to the back. And instead of cat-cows here, we're just going to look towards one elbow or one shoulder, and it's as if we're trying to bring that shoulder and hip together, and you allow the other hip to sway to the side. And then we come back to center, and then we look over our other shoulder like we're trying to meet that shoulder with that hip, and then back to front. Exhale as you look towards that shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Like we're kind of making a little wag of the tail here. Getting a nice stretch through that whole side body. 2 more times. Last one. We come back to our tabletop position, nice and strong through the core. We're going to pretend like our belly button is a spoon of peanut butter, and we're trying to get all that peanut butter out of the bottom of the jar with our barrel rolls here. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. Just find the movements that support you today. Maybe getting the shoulders involved, maybe getting the neck involved. And when you're ready, we'll just switch sides, trying to get the peanut butter on the other side of the jar. Two more here. Last one. Find your tabletop position. We're going to move on to a standing position for our standing sequence. Couple things we're going to do here. You can follow me into a downward dog to mountain pose. If downward dog is not good for you today, you can meet me at the top of the mat standing in your mountain pose. So if you'd like to take downward dog, take those arms out a little bit further, curl the toes under, lift the pelvis up, straighten through the legs, pedal out the feet, lengthen through the arms. Find any little movements here that you need for your body. Keeping as much of a bend through the knees that you need. And then when you're ready, bend the knees a good bit, look forward, and take little baby steps all the way to the top of your mat, to your forward fold. Nice bend through the knees. Let's inhale, halfway lift. Nice long line from the crown of the head to the tail, strong through your arms. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, root to rise, bend through the knees, lift tall through your upper body. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Release your hands down to your side, to your mountain pose, standing tall. Relax the shoulders. Really root the feet down, engagement through the legs, and just notice how you feel here. Breathing in and out. Let's start a little flow action here. So inhale, sweep the arms up high, allow the hands to touch. Exhale, send your hip points back, forward fold, come to where it feels good in your body. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins, nice long lines. Exhale, release down. Inhale, root to rise, bend through the knees, lift strong. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center, Anjali Mudra. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, hinge at the hips, bring the hands down to where they feel good for you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, lift tall. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Last time through. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, send the hip points back. Come to where it's good for you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, root to rise, lift tall. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Release your hands down to your side, to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Standing strong, standing in your power. Very good. We're going to move on to our Warrior One pose. So our right foot stays planted. Take our left foot behind us like we're on railroad tracks. Give yourself a little space in the hips. That back foot is at a 45-degree angle or so, and the hips are squared off and pointing towards the top of your mat. Remember, your Warrior One does not have to be a wide stance. You could definitely bring it in a little closer. We're bending any amount that works for us through that front knee. Just make sure the knee doesn't dart out over the toes. You want to keep it in line with that ankle. And we're just gazing forward, relaxing through the shoulders, really pressing evenly through our feet. I like to shift my body forward just a little bit to release any tension on that low back and find that strong Warrior One stance for you. Now you're more than welcome to stay right here, but if you'd like to add the arms, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up nice and high. Exhale, cactus the arms, open up through your heart space. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, cactus. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Hold your cactus. Don't barrel the chest. Still strong through your core. Pressing the feet into the earth. Really shining your heart forward. Very good. Release your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. And inhale, lift up through your chest, pressing the knuckles away. Make sure the knee's nice and strong in that front leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, we sink forward to our humble warrior. Move nice and slow with this one. Nice flat back. If these arms don't work for you, you can always release them. Keeping the hips forward. Nice bend through that knee. And release your hands. Drop them down towards the floor and straighten that front leg for your pyramid pose. Remember, you can always be a little higher up here if that's better for your body. Breathing in and out. Now, if you took your hands to the floor, keep that front leg straight. Bring the hands into prayer, heart center, and nice and slow with strength, we lift back up to the front. Release your hands down. Let's curl up on those back toes. Find that strength, find that balance, and we press to the top of the mat. Mountain pose. Very good. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, send your hip points back, fold forward, come to where it's good in your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release down. Inhale, root to rise, lift tall. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Very good. Release your hands down. We're going to take that same sequence on the other side. This time we keep the left foot forward, send that right leg back, play around with it, find that warrior one stance for you. The toes are shifted out about a 45-degree angle or so. You're bending through that front knee, any amount that works for you. Hips are facing the front of the mat. And really just standing strong in your warrior one. Breathing in and out. If you'd like to add the arms, you can. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Really open up through that heart space. Inhale, lift the arms high. Exhale, cactus the arms. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus your arms. Hold your cactus. Really open up through your heart. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Come back to your breath. Very good. Release the hands. Clasp your fingers behind your back. Inhale, puff up your chest. Press the knuckles away. Exhale, we just bring the body forward for our humble warrior. Trying to bring that left shoulder towards that left knee. Really pressing the earth away. Nice and strong through the core. Now, if you'd like, you can release those arms down towards the mat. Straighten that front leg into your pyramid pose. Remember, you can always be up here a little higher if that's better. Breathing in and out. Really stretching through those legs. Now, if you went to the floor, go ahead and bring your hands back to prayer, heart center. Engage your core and lift strong all the way to the top of the mat. Release your hands down to your side. Curl those back toes. And when you're ready, we'll press to the top of the mat for our mountain pose. Lifting up nice and tall. Let's take a flow here. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, send the hip points back. Come to where it feels good in your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, root to rise, lift tall. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center. Taking a breath here. Take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, hinge at the hips, come to where it feels good in your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let the hands come to the mat. Step back to your plank pose. You can always drop the knees here if you need to. Take in a nice breath in your strong plank pose. And with your exhale, we drop down towards our bellies. Hug your elbows into your body. Let your forehead come down on the mat. Lengthen through the legs, hugging the elbows in towards your body. Hands at the rib cage. With your next inhale, cobra pose. Doesn't have to be a big cobra. Find it in your body. Exhale, release down. Inhale, lift to cobra. Really opening up through that heart space. Exhale, release down. Last time, inhale. Lift through your chest. Relax your shoulders down and away. With your exhale, bend the knees, send the hip points back, lengthen through the arms, and find your child's pose. Maybe the forehead comes to the mat, maybe it doesn't. Take the knees as wide as you'd like to and really settle into this restful pose. Coming back to your breath, back to your body. We'll take about 2 more breaths here. And with your next inhale, we just lift up to our knees, hands in knee position. We're going to take a thread the needle here. So just like we did earlier when we were on our hands and knees for our barrel rolls, you want to be hugging that belly into your spine, really pressing the earth away with your hands. We're going to start with the left hand planted down on the earth. We're going to inhale, lift our right arm up. Exhale, bring that right arm underneath our body. Drop that right shoulder, right ear down towards the mat and really lengthen out through that left arm. Taking a big twist here. Really stretching through those shoulders, through the heart, through the chest. Trying to keep the hips nice and even, breathing in and out. Very good. Bring that left hand back to frame your face. Press your left hand into the mat. With your next inhale, lift that right arm up. Notice if it stretches a little easier this time. Exhale, release that hand back down. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Inhale, lift that left arm up. Exhale, thread the needle through. Let that left shoulder, left ear come towards the mat, maybe reaching long with that right hand. Keeping the hips up nice and high. Breathing in and out. Very good. Bring that right hand back to frame your face. With your next inhale, lift back up and reach that arm high. Exhale, bring the hand back down. Very good. Let's have a seat on our mat. Taking the legs out long into our staff pose. Really curl or pull those toes towards your body. Nice energy through the legs. Pressing the hips down into the earth. Lifting the spine up. Just really stretching out of this pose. You don't want to barrel the chest. You want to keep the core engaged. Very good. Let's bend the knees. Bring those heels in a little bit so you have a very generous bend in the knee. Hands in prayer. Inhale, lift up nice and tall. Exhale, bring the hands forward, grabbing onto whatever's accessible for you and really stretching out that low back here. Creating a lot of space. Very good. With your next inhale, we just roll up nice and tall. Scooch down on your mat a little bit. We're just going to roll down onto our mats. Stretching out nice and long in our Shavasana, our final resting pose. You can take the legs out nice and wide if you'd like to. Take the arms out wide, hands up to the sky. Palms receiving. If traditional Shavasana is not good for you, you can take the feet out wide, knock the knees together. You could always take a seated meditation or even child's pose. Just find the best Shavasana for you today. And really settle into the body. Allow everything to get nice and heavy. Supported by the earth. Coming back to your breath, to your prana, to that life-giving force. Trying to stay present in this present moment. Anchored in your body. And we'll take just a couple minutes here just to be. Allow your awareness to come back to your breath. Noticing the inhales and noticing the exhales. Allow your awareness to come back to your physical body, resting in Shavasana. Noticing the points of the body that touch the earth beneath you, supported, rooted down. Take this time to make any movements that feel natural and intuitive for you. Maybe rocking the head from side to side. Maybe moving the feet, the ankles, the fingers, the wrist. And when you feel awake and aware, just transition to one side in fetal position, placing your head in your hands and your arms, taking in a few breaths here. Taking a moment to thank yourself for moving your body today, for practicing yoga. Thanking your body for supporting you in your practice. And thanking the ancient practice of yoga for the continued benefits it has for us today. And then when you're ready, just press your hands into the mat and lift up to a comfortable seated position, lifting tall through your spine, relax through your shoulders. Close your eyes here and just notice how you feel. Notice if anything shifted. And when you're ready, we'll take our hands down to our sides. We'll take a deep breath in, sweeping in all the good energy. Exhale, hands to prayer, heart center, Anjali Mudra. Taking a couple breaths here just to seal the class. Thank you all so much for joining me for this yoga flow, this heart-opening Valentine yoga flow. I hope it supported you today. I hope it felt good in your body, your mind, and your spirit. Once again, I appreciate so much all of you that support me in my online classes. Thank you so much. It means the world to me. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next class. Namaste.